Hey, we'll call the capital outlay meeting to order for July 15th. Roll call, Ms. Jenkins.
Abrams, Mr. Anthony, Ms. Dominguez,
Present.
Mr. Duncan,
Here.
Mr. Moore, Mr. Piazza,
Here.
Ms. Richards, Mr. Toller,
Here.
Mr. Westmoreland.
Present.
Okay, item 2A, consider approval to purchase 2 metal storage buildings for Sumner High School from Diamond B Metal Building Construction LLC for the amount of $69,526. Mr. McNeely.
Mr. Fussell would like to use his small capital outlay money to purchase 2 metal buildings. He is here if you have any questions.
First, let's get that in the form of a motion.
So moved.
Motion made by Mr. Piazza, seconded by Ms.
Second.
Ms. Dominguez.
These are for storage, not for classrooms.
These are going to be used baseball and softball areas? Okay, that's what I thought. All right, any other questions? Okay, call for a vote.
Voting is open. Motion carries.
Deal, thank you. Item 2B, update on gym projects. Mr. Page. There's a big question on this one.
Yeah, you better tell us they're ready.
Better be ready.
So I'm just gonna go down the list unless you all have specifics you wanna discuss first.
Which ones are we expecting to have open or running before school? I know Spring Creek and Sumner, some of those are close.
Yeah, those are close. The ones that should be up and running will be Sumner, Roseland, Amite Westside. Amite Westside is actually up and running now.
What did you say?
Amy
Westside?
Amite Westside,
Is what?
up and running.
Oh, it's up and running
Yeah.
now. Okay.
We're still in the process of getting all the kinks worked out, testing and balance and fire marshal approval, things of that sort, but it's not complete yet. That's pretty much it.
Aaron, do you know what we're waiting on at Spring Creek?
Yes, at Spring Creek, we're dealing with Entergy right now. We're having to do a service upgrade there. The single phase that was at Spring Creek it's not enough to run those units, so we're doing a full upgrade on that.
We're running 3-phase to the gym?
Yeah, we're gonna run 3-phase, but there are still single phase units.
You didn't have 3-phase at the gym?
Nope.
Do we
No.
have it at the school already?
I would assume probably by the cafeteria, but that's on the other side. Yeah.
Any timeline on how long it's going to take them to make that upgrade?
No, I am not sure. Actually, Entergy was brought in a little late. I thought all the kinks had been ironed out with that project. This is one of them that was adopted since the recent changeover. So they're a little late in the game. So hopefully we can get them moving pretty quick on it, but it's really up in their ballpark now.
I want to commend, there was a communication problem between Entergy and the contractor, and I reached out to BJ Couvillon, and he got them
Connected the dots.
talking, and we
Yeah.
got the load sheet. We got the load sheet, and so now they're in the process of,
Yeah.
but there was a problem with the contractor, and I think the engineering.
Is it going to require a new transformer or?
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
Ooh.
Yeah. But it's gonna be on pole mount, not pad mount.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so,
Good, that's better.
yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. While we're on that side of the campus, Roseland and Sumner. So those 2 schools are actually gonna be probably next in line for startups. I think as of right now, we're just waiting for the contractor to get scheduled in with the manufacturer. They have to wait for the manufacturer to come down and do the startup. They haven't heard anything since Thursday of last week. That's the only hold up there. Ponchatoula Junior High, this is one of the most recent ones that we actually just kicked off on Thursday of last week also. So that project is just really starting to develop. They're in the process of submittals. The contract time is 270 days. Final completion is roughly final completion, out of substantial completion would be around May 25th of next year, 2026. Any questions, concerns?
Any specific questions on any
Talking
units?
about the high school gyms, because of the basketball season and all the volleyball sports coming up. I mean, where are we at with the high schools?
Well, she meant LaRon.
Well, I mean, all of them, all the high school gyms.
Oh, well, no, we actually, yeah, pretty much that. At Ponchatoula High, everything is ready to go there. We're just waiting on the contract at this moment. We've been riding him, letting him know that, hey, we got to get rolling on this project. He actually just received units on June 11th, if I'm not mistaken, or 15th, something like that. So we definitely are pressing him hard about that school.
So
This
basically, their
contract
units
time,
are there and sitting there and nobody's putting them in?
pretty much.
Well, the biggest question is going to be is, I know with the construction, at some point, you know, we have to give them the gym to access to put the duct work up, to do the,
Right.
you know,
Well, this
we
might have been
can,
the perfect
we can
time, right?
coexist a little bit, but at some point, like with Hammond and Ponchatoula and some of these other gyms, you know, we lose the ability to use it. So I'm just wondering if we're working around that as far as the school schedule, do we know?
Yeah, we definitely will be working around games, practices. The coaches has been working with us
Okay, good.
pretty good on that. But games, we let them know, like, hey, anything as far as the school go, we have to either do it after hours or on weekends, whatever we can. And as far as Ponchatoula High goes, it's pretty much just to wait on the contract at this point.
See, that's what I'm saying. Right now would be the ideal time,
Do we
they
know
should be doing it.
what the holdup is on the contractor? Is he on another job? Is it, what's going on with the contract?
At the specifics, I do not know that exact answer for you.
The biggest thing on, and I'm just guessing, but I would think the size of the equipment in those larger gyms probably had a longer lead time than
Yeah,
the smaller.
it was a pretty lengthy lead time on it, but
Yeah, but if it's been sitting there since June 11th, I mean, it's July the 15th. I mean,
Yeah,
that's a whole month that, you know, I mean, like, what's the answer? Why they didn't do anything?
What about Greenville Park? I saw where their units are on campus waiting to be installed. What's,
yeah, they're moving on that job. So that job is a little more, is more than just installing the units and air ducts. But that contractor is moving. We're also doing a window replacement on that school. They're moving on
the
it.
contractor is there and working?
Yeah,
The
he's
equipment's all there?
Yeah,
They're-
yeah.
It's just a little more complicated than.
Yeah, but for both of those projects, we are over our contract timeline, so liquidated damages have started accruing, so we're asking the contractor to submit the proper paperwork to extend days we're not with us in regards to the units being delayed or any change requests or rain days, whatever the case may be.
That was my next question. Do you feel like, and again, I know it's hard to say, but do you feel like we're on track for all the other projects to not go over their time?
Yeah.
Because I know we have,
so
what, two or
far, yeah.
three that are over?
I believe it maybe just, well, yeah. But as far as time
that's our
goes,
biggest concern.
Ponchatoula and Greenville Park is probably the two that's the furthest over. Spring Creek, Sumner, and Roseland, they're over their contract time, but it actually just hit, the 9th of this month. But we're playing catch up with them also. But at Spring Creek, it's not on the contractor at all.
And then where are we at on Hammond High? I know that's one that's just getting geared up too, right?
Yeah, Hammond High, we're just getting kicked off on that one also. And they're in the process of submittals right now. We had a request come through from the principal on a situation with, he was telling me during volleyball games and whatnot, they would hit the ceiling tiles and many would get broken or whatever. So we're looking at what we can do about that. But that may have to be pushed on the back burner, depends.
And then, were you involved in trying to figure out a fan or ventilation issue there to get us through this summer? Have you been able to work on that, or is that a different person?
As far as the actual gym space?
Right.
Yeah,
We were looking for like an alternative plan to get us through this summer, but that might have been somebody else's department. I don't. Okay, yeah, that's probably.
pretty much all of them.
Need to get a
All
lot
right,
of fans.
any other questions for Mr. Page? All right, then you want to move into the Woodland Park Elementary School project update?
That's fine. Did you get the? Okay. Yes, I'll have Monica with GGB here to help answer any question you all may have on that. But as of right now, we just poured the slab on Tuesday, well, on today.
And then we have a groundbreaking scheduled for week after next?
I think it's actually next week,
Is
if
it
I'm not
next
mistaken, the
21st.
21st.
I think it's Monday, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Question on this. When, I mean, I know we approve these projects and stuff, but when do we get, as a board, a chance to see renderings, to see drawings, to approve anything? You know, this is not necessarily pointed to you.
Yeah.
So on this project, you should have gotten these before you approved the contract to go out for bid.
Right.
Okay, so on all the rest of them, where we're at right now is we're on the, help me out,
Programming.
programming.
Yeah,
Programming. As soon as we get programming resolved and renderings, we're gonna come to you, and that's gonna be at the 10% drawings or before we move forward with more
40 or 50,
detailed.
yeah.
Because you need to see what these look like.
Right.
As you can see, this one, I'm happy with the layout. This is a standard classroom. It doesn't have a lot of bells and whistles. It doesn't have an extraordinary amount of windows.
They have an accent wall.
And this is one that began with a
Yeah, it was
$4.3 million budget, and it came in when we opened bids, I think it was 2.8.
Perfect. Right.
That, we want to do that
We
going
want,
forward.
we
Yeah.
want to continue that, and that's a good job on
Yes.
that. I just,
Well, and this one also matches the other
Yeah, that's
buildings
right.
there.
It
It's
matches.
not, yeah, it's not,
Gotta match.
anything dramatic.
But yeah, I agree with Tom. Is, you know, we got a lot of projects that are coming up in our area, and I'm sure we're going to get a lot of questions on where is it at, what's it look like, did we approve it? I just want to make, like I know Punchtoula, there was plans of moving it from where it was originally going to be. We just want to make sure we're kept in the loop on those because, like I said, we're going to be the ones that get those phone calls. Hey, why'd y'all do this?
Once the administration has a recommendation, it will come to you before the architect proceeds past the programming stage.
What are they doing with the library at Woodland Park? Because, you know, the library used to be in the temporary building where this is gonna be, and this rendering does not include a library space.
But yes,
It does.
Right there.
bottom
on the right.
That is a library, but it
Second
it includes an accordion wall because
Oh,
the
I
principal
see.
wanted to have the flexibility to use that as a classroom.
Okay, yeah,
instead
that
of a
just looked
library.
like two more classrooms to me, but you're saying the wall in the middle is an accordion wall and it'll be one big room? And it's gonna be more of a media library space than
it was
a,
basically 6 classroom addition with the library.
okay, and a teacher workroom.
Do you know how far we are on some of the other phase twos, like LaRonja?
yeah, with all of them, we're pretty much at the programming stage. As far as LaRonja go, we're still in the preliminary stage as of right now. Just preliminary stage, picking out
We
location.
ran into problems on the campus
Yeah.
to locate the building, and we could talk about that offline. And then the LaRonja girls' locker room, though, is in construction. And that
Yes.
was actually a Phase 1 project that
Yes.
got pushed way back, but that is in construction now.
Any other questions?
Yeah, well, you're talking about the phase two. I know, I had spoke to Ms. Silly earlier in the week because some of the, you know, with her, weekly updates she sent out, so I had a list and, I told her that I felt like we as board needed to be, not just after this is drawn up, but in the process of this being drawn up. Like, when we did the original phase two, we had each campus or wherever there was a process had a committee. So like Dr. Kamamita had picked some of her staff, there was some faculty, some parents on the committee, of course, the Ponchatoula delegates were on the committee, and we discussed things, we talked about it, and we actually had a plan, you know, that, so now we're back at the drawing board starting over. So, we should have input, we should be able to be there while they're talking about these things, not in the program stage or after you bring us this whole diagram. So she agreed and said that she would make sure that the board members in those areas would be part of the conversation about everything.
So the program stage just lays out it's not a drawing, it's just the number of rooms, it's all the things that
Yeah.
have been presented. So yeah, the thing we have to make sure is if there's a local committee that has input, that it still comes back to the board for the full
Yeah,
board to
yeah,
approve
exactly,
those, which is
yeah.
where we ran into problems in phase one. We
Yeah.
had changes made at the
That didn't come
at the
back.
local
Yeah.
that didn't come back until it was actually awarding the bid.
Let-
So we will,
Yeah.
Last question. Champ Cooper, I know before Mr. Valaruta, he was talking about maybe looking at getting it redesigned, getting it looked a little different so it didn't go over like we did on the original. Is that still in that phase, or are we doing something different?
so what we're looking at on that one is looking into a two-story building, as you had asked, whether it's a build-out of a two-story building or a one-story with 10 classrooms with the future ability. We don't want to waste space.
Yeah.
That one is actually on hold because we're waiting to hear back from DOTD on the turn lane. We're 99% that they're going to pay for that, and then the architect can begin the design of what that's going to look like.
Thank you.
Well, also, there was some kind of a transportation committee with the state about widening that road, I understand, as well. Not just a turn lane, so, I
It's
mean,
all part, yeah, it's all part of
Yeah.
it.
It's part of that, and it's all part of fire tie,
Yeah.
doing both of them.
Yeah, because you don't want to do something and then have to,
Battle that. But no, thank
Well-
you.
Any other questions? Thank you for the information. It helps us a lot. Anything else we brought before Capital Outlay Committee?
No, but I do want to thank Mr. Page. Thank you for
Thank
coming
you.
and doing this.
Yeah.
I know that's tough. Thank you for coming and giving us your input. Thank you, my friend.
All right, so meeting adjourned.